Hi, it's Adrian Reed here, and in this private email coaching program video, I'm going to explain how do you use Trading Blox with Metastock stock data from multiple exchanges around the world. This is a hugely powerful approach to testing stock trading systems by getting diversification across multiple exchanges in different parts of the world using different systems or even the same system across multiple exchanges. Now, Trading Blox is a really great backtesting platform and allows you to test all sorts of different trading system styles on lots of different instruments. One of the challenges, though, with Blox out of the box is that it's pretty tricky to incorporate stock data from multiple exchanges into the one system test. And the reason is this: when you go into preferences and specify the location of your stock data in this section here, if you press on the stock data button, you basically have the option of choosing one directory. You can't select multiple directories. So in order for Blox to pull in stock data from, say, the ASX, Hong Kong exchange, the Shanghai exchange, and the US markets, all of those instruments need to be stored in the same directory structure so that Blox can find them all. Now, here's the challenge. One of the best data sources, most cost-efficient ways to get stock data from all different exchanges around the world is to access it through Metastock data, which is Reuters Metastock product. Again, it's a really great product. I use and recommend it, and I'll put a link in the box below to explain how to get access to Metastock data. But if you open up your Metastock directory, what you see here is that you get a whole lot of directories when you download the data, but not all of them are actually stock data. You see here Asia. I download the Asian exchanges each day from Metastock. So you see here, you click into Asia and you can go to Hong Kong, Shanghai. They're the two that I've saved at the moment, but there's many other ones. But back in the main directory, there's also these other things here: on-demand, cash, and indices and indicators, and so on. And if you point Trading Blox to this directory, this Metastock data directory, Trading Blox gets confused because there's too much other stuff in there that is not stock data, and it won't actually pull it through correctly. So it took me a little while to figure out the solution to this so that I could test trading systems on a portfolio of different exchanges, or different systems on different exchanges in a portfolio within Blox. Now, if you think about it, combining, say, a trend following system on the ASX with a trend following system on, say, Hong Kong, they're two markets which are not terribly highly correlated. Testing those two systems in a portfolio together can give you some really interesting results and really add to the performance of your overall trading results if you're a stock trader. So that was my challenge, and I want to share with you exactly how I did that, because it really helps stock traders get much more out of Blox. So I'm going to show you how to plug it into multiple exchanges so that you can pull in data from all different stock exchanges around the world and test on all of those stocks or selected stocks in a different portfolio. Here's what we have to do. In this data in the Metastock directory, I'm just going to work on Hong Kong and Shanghai. This data we need to pull into a separate directory with all of the other stocks that we want Trading Blox to see. And if you have a look here in stock data, I've pointed it to this directory called Stocks for Trading Blox, and within there I have a copy of all of the directories with all of the data that I want Trading Blox to refer to. Now, this is not actually a copy. What it is a special directory. It's like a link directory, so like a shortcut to the source of the original data. And what you'll need to do is identify which folder all of the different exchanges are in, and then create this master directory that I've called here Stocks for Blox, and create a link directory to each of your data sources so that Trading Blox thinks that all of the data for these exchanges is sitting in this directory. In actual fact, these are all over my computer in different places depending on where I get the data from. But what I'm doing is creating this link directory in the one master directory here called Stocks for Blox, and that's what I point Trading Blox at in order to allow it to pull in the Metastock data for all of the different exchanges. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So the first thing you're going to need to do is identify where your data actually is. That in an Explorer window. So you'll see here in Asia, Hong Kong. So if we look at this directory structure, my data is in C: / trading data / stocks / Metastock data / Asia / Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So that is the source directory. Now what I'm going to do is create a dummy directory just to demonstrate this whole process. So you'll see I've copied that directory path from here into a notepad just so I can share it with you. So that's where the source data is, and this is the directory I want to create the link to. So I'm going to create this new directory called Trading Blox test data /HK. So what we're going to do is have this directory that is basically a link back to the original data source. It doesn't duplicate the data, it creates a permanent link that makes programs like Trading Blox think the data is actually in this new place. So here's how we do it. Okay, so once you've got your command prompt open, I'm just going to type in make link, which is MKLINK, and this shows you the syntax. Now, so you can see the make link command, and then this first argument, which is a /D, H, or J, that specifies what type of link you want to create. Now, we want to create a directory junction, which is basically a entire copy of the directory and all of its content, all the files. Now, it doesn't actually copy the files. What it does is it creates a shortcut link to the source directory, or the target directory, and that makes Windows and various other programs think the data is actually there. And that's the trick to make Trading Blox work with all of the different stock exchanges. So here's the arguments that we need in this case. So we've got make link /J for the junction directory. Then you see here I've got the link directory. I'm going to put my data into Trading Blox test data, which is a directory I've already created. That's very important. You must create that directory first. You can do that in Windows Explorer. And then I'm going to put it in the subdirectory /HK. That directory doesn't exist yet. MakeLink will create that directory. Then we've got the target directory, which is where my data is. And we can see in Windows Explorer, I've got data in trading data, stocks, Metastock data, Asia, Hong Kong. So here is the path of where the target data is that I'm trying to get to. And that's the same path I've typed in here in this line. And that's it. All we do is press enter, and you get this message saying junction created for this directory to that directory. So now this Trading Blox data /HK mirrors this source data directory. If we just go into Windows Explorer, I'll be able to demonstrate that for you. So if we look here in Trading Blox test data we just created, you'll see this new folder which didn't exist before, and it's got this little shortcut type arrow. That means it's shortcutting or linking back to the original source data. Double click on this and you'll see all of the files that were in the original data file, the original Metastock data. Now, that's Hong Kong. Now what we want to do is create the same link for the next directory structure. Asia, Shanghai. So let's do Shanghai next. So this is the path for the source data for Shanghai. So I'm going to copy that and go back to the command prompt. You'll see here I've already got, I'm just going to modify this, save myself a little bit of time. So I'm going to paste in the new path for the new target directory. And then here you'll see it still says Hong Kong, so I've just got to get rid of that, and I'm just going to call it SH for Shanghai, just for argument's sake. So we've got the same syntax and everything. We've just got the new link directory and the target directory for the Shanghai Exchange. Press enter and it creates that junction. And then if you come back to this directory, the Trading Blox test data, now you can see SH, and if we open that up, it links to the original source. Now, so this is what you do to get all of the different exchange data into one directory called this Trading Blox test data. Now, the live one that I actually use, because I have data from a range of different sources in my trading systems, if we go into stocks, you'll see here I've got stocks for Trading Blox, and I've created one for ASX, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Singapore, Shanghai, and the US. And you can add as many as you want in here, it's totally fine. And what I do is I point Trading Blox to this directory, and that's how you get Blox to pull in all of the data for all of the different exchanges in one go. So you'll see here we're going to click on stocks for Trading Blox as the directory. You can see the folders, click select, and it's in there. And we can then click OK, close that down. And then if you go into portfolios under the edit menu, click on stocks, you'll see all of the different instruments from all of the different exchanges. So check that out. Fully recommend Trading Blox. That's a little bit of a fiddle, but if you're a stock trader trading across multiple exchanges, that's the way to get your data into Trading Blox from Metastock. And Metastock data is one of the most cost-effective ways of getting access to stock data over many different exchanges. You can subscribe to Metastock trading data, stock data by region. So you do an Asian subscription or an Americas subscription, and so you can click the link below to get a trial of that data or to subscribe. And so that's the data I use, and I fully recommend it because it's just so cost effective. It's hard to go past. Get that data into Trading Blox, and you've got an awesome combination. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments box below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye for now.